Just excuse me a second, nurse. I'm gonna go visit Frambeau
room
World
and
if you
rest.
don't mind.
You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Actual cannibal, Shia LaBeouf. First thing I note. First thing I think when I see the SHA there. Just actual cannibal, Shia LaBeouf. See, Drift.exe has crashed. Oh crap, sorry, I didn't think that would be a link. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. That's happened with some of the stuff that... Oh. Stop bouncing that damn ball! What else is around? Salmon. So hard to concentrate. Is this thing filled with drugs? Why do we have the feeling that this game was somewhat inspired by a Marilyn Manson music video? Not sure what to do with it. Oh, I guess I should probably... Who knows what we're actually cutting here? Fill it with this drug. Okay, so we got the drug. I'll just let that bleed out and go along my merry way. Don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me. Don't like the drugs, the drugs, the drugs. Don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me. Good Marilyn Manson song. I believe it's off the album Mechanical Animals, if I'm not mistaken. Very catchy.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Very chorus heavy, and I like it. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. I'm not taking that shit.
I've found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Fine.
See, apparently, yeah, it is off of Mechanical Animals.
Darling.
Yes!
Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they... You know what?
Especially
It
if it's in
doesn't
return for drugs.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, so we now have Annie's band. It's a clip-on hospital name band. It says, Anne Jennifer Burton, 15/11/1975. Later, bitch!
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go.
You really want to
Can I go
antagonize these guys?
Of course. Thank you, Mom. We'll see you soon.
No, you won't.
You-
Now get out of my way.
They're trained in the art of tackling you to the ground and knocking you the fuck out. Not like punch knocking you out. It's a shot they put in your ass. Point is, don't mess with them. Let's see. Examine. It's a storage room door. It's locked. Examine. It's a door to some office. Also locked. Dime ward, maternity ward, exit. Just keep going. Hey, Doc, how's it
And
going?
you must be Susan Ashworth.
Nah, man, Burton.
Well, perhaps I am.
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk. Stretch my legs. Get some fresh air.
Oh, damn. Double damn.
Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Well, there's a lot of effort for a whole lot of nothing.
Now
Well,
I'd
I guess we
like
got a
to
trip for a
ask
bit.
you
That was
some
fun.
questions about your life, Susan. You might find them very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine. Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Why am I getting flashbacks of Edna and Harvey? Well, similar concept. We're trying to escape a hospital. I rent a flat. It's quite lonely most of the time. I live on my own, and it suits me just fine. I'm trying to think what would sound the least crazy to him that we can get away. I live with a friend. She must be worried sick about me. I mean, technically, not untruthful. Okay, if I rent a flat and it's quite lonely most of the time, that's at least kind of admitting that we prefer the company of others. So it's not lying. So it's implying that we, prefer the company of others. We just don't typically have it. Whereas saying I live on my own and it suits me just fine, that's like, that sounds more self-destructive. I might be overthinking these. I just like to think about it before I answer.
I rent a flat. It's quite lonely most of the time. I used to like being on my own, but I'm not sure if I still do. Too much time with my thoughts, and no one to talk to. Maybe I should get a parrot. We'd have a little chat each time I feel like opening up.
Or maybe you could consider finding friends through our Suicide Watch service. They're very good. Helped a lot of people.
Okay. Maybe I will.
Seems like a weird way to make friends,
What do
but
you do for a living?
let's see. I'm between jobs at the moment. I'm a waitress. I work in a cafe. Go to the cafe.
I'm a waitress. I work in a cafe.
You do? Do you like it?
It's okay. I don't mind it. It's just a job.
It's important to keep busy. I'd advise you get back to work as soon as next week.
I will.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
Drink strong coffee and smoke on the balcony. Eat breakfast, cereal usually. I have a cup of tea and read a newspaper. I lie in bed awake. Can't bring myself to open my eyes. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses as to where that answer lands you. I go to the toilet, doesn't everyone? I put the TV on so I can watch old TV shows. Have a little bit of a sense of humor about it. Why not?
I go to the toilet. Doesn't everyone?
Fair enough. What is the next thing you do then?
Oh, I don't know. I just muddle through, I guess. Don't think there's any routine to it. It depends how I feel that day.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
It sounds a little better than the inverse. Wow, that is a tricky one actually, because if you say you feel safer at home than outside that might imply to him that we fear the outside. So it's kind of like a sign of a self-destructive pattern where you kind of seclude yourself and your mental illness worsens. But if you suggest the inverse, then you don't feel safe at home when you're alone. You don't feel safe with yourself. You need to be around people. And since we already said that we're typically alone, wow. That's fucking checkmate right here. With these being our only options, I don't see a way of weaseling out, but this seems a little safer.
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
It'd be nice to have some more money, a good friend I could finally trust. From what we've been told about this doctor, might not want to let him... We might not want to open too many doors to him getting super close to us. I know it's silly, but then again, if Dr. X is our target, that the Queen of Maggots wants us to get rid of, and we know he's the target, we could use his behavior against him like she said. Also a possibility. I hadn't been considering that. Let's see. I know it's silly, but I wish I was better looking. That could be a way to bait him out. Not bit... You know what I mean. Something to fight for, you know? A reason to go on. Let's try this. This opens the door a little.
I know it's silly, but I wish I was better looking.
But you are a beautiful woman, Susan.
Please don't.
And the fish
have a
goes to the
mirror.
hook.
Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see.
Yes, it didn't help much, as you can see.
Just something to think about. I can see you're really willing to open up and talk about your issues. That's a positive sign.
I haven't really talked about my feelings for a long time.
You're doing very well so far. Do you have problems sleeping?
You see, now I'm not sure how to answer these questions, now that I just thought of that. It's kind of interesting picking answers based on the two scenarios we're in now. Because, I mean... we could open up more to him, which might get us Baker acted, which would be a bit of a detriment in our lives in general. But if we really are going with the Queen of Maggots here, what we want to do is open up to him more and kind of let him think that we're going to be one of those people. He's going to, like, get into our head and manipulate us for what he wants. Baker acted? Oh, Baker acted... sorry, it's a term for when a hospital or either a mental hospital or a medical hospital or wherever finds out that you're a danger to yourself and others, and they, like, forcibly detain you for, I think, like, a week against your will, just until they feel that you're safe. And then they do a psychological evaluation, like they're doing here, to make sure you're not suicidal, homicidal, or just a danger in general. That's pretty much what it means. That's the gist of it anyway. I'm sure there's more that goes into it, you know, behind the scenes, but... Every night.
Every night.
We'll go this route.
I take pills for that. There aren't any left now, though.
In the light of recent events, I think you should stay off those pills for a while. I suggest you drink some hot milk before bed instead.
Ugh.
Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
I'm fine now. Definitely better than before the accident. I feel like the whole world is against me. That's a little too crazy. Definitely better than before the accident.
Definitely better than before the accident.
Good. Hopefully you can now move on from here. With a bit of luck, you will enjoy life again. Suicide attempts often have that effect on people. Same as near-death experience. It makes you realize that you're not ready to die yet. Do you find it hard to concentrate?
Let's see. Oh yeah, somebody I know almost got baked actor. And ew, warm milk. I totally agree, Mark. Gross. Hot milk is amazing. Awesome with honey too. Ugh. Warm milk with vanilla or hazelnut extract is amazeballs. Oh my god, no. Ew, gross. Y'all nasty. But yeah, I actually almost got Baker acted myself, but the person I was talking to after my attempt when I was 14, the guy I was talking to, I think he was trying to make it so I could go in without being forced. I don't think he wanted to do that to me, so he kind of gave me that fake choice where it was like, he was pretty much asking like, hey, you know, do you want to go to a facility for a little while, you know, to, you know, get better and just kind of take a break from everything. I think that was a fake choice he was giving me, where it was just kind of like, look, if you say yes, it's going to be a lot less unpleasant, and, you know, we're pretty much going to take you anyway, so if you volunteer, it'd be a little easier on you, you know what I mean? I think that was cool of him, honestly. And I did want to go. It wasn't definitely wasn't against my will or anything. I was shooting to go to a place to get better. Yeah, my friend had the same exact fake choice. I think it's better they give you that choice. It's better, I think, to go of your own volition rather than kicking and screaming. So I almost got that too, now that I think about it. A school psychiatrist wanted to put me in a facility. Yeah. Yeah, it's better they give you that choice there. I mean, if they're going to be dragging you anyway, they may as well give you an option where it's like, hey, you'll have a little more of a say, and, you know, when you leave, if you volunteer, and if they're going to be taking you anyway, you know. This game's depressing. Oh no, I can't remember the question. I'm going to say no, not really.
No, not really.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
I'd suggest you don't consume any alcohol at all for a while. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Solid advice if you have depression.
Sometimes
Don't take
when
depressants.
life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
Yes, I think about it often. Well, I used to think about it sometimes. No, of course not. I don't know what got into me. I wonder if these choices matter sometimes. But I guess we'll find out. I guess if we're gonna be luring him in, we wanna give answers like this every so often.
Yes, I think about it often. But now, I know I can't do it. Still, it won't just go away that easily. I need more time. I need to think it through. I need to find my peace with the world, I guess.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
Just a sudden impulse. I'm ashamed of it now. Nothing was making me happy anymore. I wanted to show everyone how hurt I was deep inside. I'm gonna go with this.
Nothing was making me happy anymore. There wasn't a single thing that would bring a smile to my face. I kept thinking, won't it be better if I just disappear? I tried. I really tried to find something. Took a long bath, picked up a book, watched some television, but I just couldn't get into anything. All those things seemed like worthless distractions, and I myself felt obsolete, needless. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes when I feel really low.
Sometimes, when I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
My cats, work used to make me happy. Antidepressants really did it for me. Long bath, music. I play piano when I'm feeling down. Let's say... let's go with cats. We are the cat lady after all.
My cats. I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
People, they've let me down too many times. I hate it when it rains all the time. I'm the opposite of that shit. I love the rain. Noise, too much noise really upsets me. I'd fall into that category. Loneliness. I wish I had someone to talk to sometimes. Ooh. That's good bait. But again, I'm not even 100% sure he's the one we're going for. But, I mean, we're spending so much time on him that I guess it's really our only thing there.
Loneliness. I wish I had someone to talk to sometimes.
And yet you seem to avoid people.
Because they're only interested in themselves.
Not all of them, surely. I'm beginning to think you are actually afraid of finding a friend, because it would force you to come out of your shell.
Call it what you like. I'll sure be glad when I find the right person someday.
Have you imagined your funeral, and how people will react to your death?
Let's go with this.
I imagined it often. I hoped people would feel guilty. But then again, probably no one would come. Mine would be one of those graves covered in weeds and dirt, stuck in the far corner of the cemetery where nobody ever goes. And sad old Susan Ashworth would get forgotten quicker than yesterday's rain. Now, when I think about it, I know that really isn't what I want.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Who the hell is Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important.
We have a husband?
What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
Oh, had. Okay, this is interesting. I don't really want to talk about this. This has nothing to do with him. There's nothing to talk about. It's getting late. Can we talk about it another time? All dismissive and defensive. So this, I would imagine, is a false choice. Let's go with this one. More dramatic.
I don't really want to talk about this.
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here.
She's got a
There's
solid
just
sense of humor,
one
I'll give her
more
that.
thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night.
Okay,
She
now we're
said we
talking
needed
about
to
Liz.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
Oh, we're controlling this, okay.
I went after her. The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Okay.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here.
Okay, so something's going down here.
The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute.
Okay.
Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
Wait, so is this a lie we're telling him, or did this actually happen and we just didn't see it?
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
Also, do they not have security cameras in
Turn
this
left
hospital?
here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
What the hell's going on? Okay, consider my interest piqued. Oh, this must be between when they caught us and when we had the interview. Because we stayed for a night, and then in the morning we had the interview.
What are we doing on
this-
the roof?
Oh, fuck.
Liz,
Oh, fuck. This ain't good.
what the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz,
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's
you
both
meant
jump.
life.
It won't hurt. You'll see.
I don't know how you could possibly verify that information, but also, why are you jumping? That's a valid question, I think. Let me see. Oh, right. David wanted to ask us a question here. Okay. I got a deep question for y'all, but first I'm going to take a fresh air break. Don't smoke, kids. Here it comes to you, Chat, and Jeff. What is the difference between suicidal thoughts and thinking about death? Not wishing death, just thinking about the fact that one day you will eventually die. Well, I think you described the difference right there. One is just thinking about, when you die and when, and what'll happen afterwards or before or during. And the other is thinking about, doing it. The intention that you want to kill yourself. That would be the difference. I think it's... I mean, that really is the difference. It's just, everyone thinks about what's going to happen when they die. But when someone's, seriously depressed, that's when they think of, you know, they want to die. They want to go now. And they intend to do it themselves. Yeah, just thinking about... just thinking about death itself is typically pretty normal, I would think. I mean, if you start obsessing over it, then maybe there's an issue, but... read my last one. I clarify my question. Okay. Tom said, I think the whole thinking about death... Think about the fact that you'll die someday is entirely different from suicidal thoughts, unless you're outright saying, boy, I can't wait till I die. I'm more curious about the psychological difference. Like, you can't stop thinking about death itself. I guess it depends... I guess it depends on how you're framing it. If it's just an obsessive... It really depends on how you're framing it in your head. Are you thinking of it, like, as a positive thing? Like, you can't wait for it? Are you thinking... Like, because, I mean, with suicide, it's more... It's... There's too... Like, life is too much to handle, and you just want... You want off the ride. Pretty much. You just want it done. You can't handle the pain from it, you can't handle the stress from it, and you want an out. With just thinking about death, psychologically speaking, it's really just more of a curiosity. It's a lot closer to just, It really is just more of a curiosity, like a pretty harmless one that everyone has. Because, I mean, it's kind of a big topic, considering, you know, everything you are at that point ceases. And that's kind of a... It's kind of a huge change from everything you're used to, you know, being alive. So I think it's normal to think about, you know, having your affairs sorted and everything before you go, and thinking about what the reactions are going to be from everyone. But I think it really is just the difference, the psychological difference is how it's framed and the intention of what you plan on doing about those thoughts. I think that is the main difference. Let's see, I think when it comes to thinking about death, you think more of in a philosophical manner. What happens after, during, suicidal thoughts. Oh, and suicidal, nothing matters. You just think of ways of how to kill yourself, harm yourself, and plan everything out. Yeah. Cool, thanks guys. Sometimes I ask myself weird questions like this. Another example, does somebody else's blood taste different than mine? I won't try though, that's how you get tinnitus. I don't imagine it would... Well, with that, I don't imagine it would taste very different. I mean, it's basically the same makeup. There might be, like, a slight difference. Okay, but yeah, like you said, I wouldn't test that out. Unless you're very trusting of the person you're getting to volunteer. So you've lost your mind, get down from here right now. This is a bad idea, come down and we'll talk. Maybe straight up telling her she's crazy isn't the best route to go. Don't call a crazy person crazy. I think that's a good general rule. It's a bad idea, come down and we'll talk.
This is a bad idea. Come down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway.
This would be an example of suicidal.
No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
Here comes the quiz.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
Ooh, I was really hoping she's gonna ask about the boyfriend thing. Okay, let's see. She disappeared and was later found dead in the toilet. The one that kicked the security guard guy in the crotch. Yeah, she smoked a cigarette and burned in bed. Jumped off the roof and broke her spine. Actually, I don't think you told me that story. Don't jump, Bible girl. At least do a flip. Careful with guides, they have spoilers. I don't think she told us the story about A&E. I think she's trying to trick us. Because the only story I remember was her telling us about she used to dress up as a sexy nurse for her boyfriend. That's the only one I remember. Let me read through these again. Make sure none of them ring a bell. She disappeared and was later found dead in the toilet. Not familiar. Kicked a security guy in the crotch. I'd probably remember that. Smoked a cigarette and burned in bed. Would probably remember that too. Jumped off the roof and broke her spine. Not familiar, and also the less we bring her mind to that realm of thought, the better. Actually, I don't think you told me that story. I think it's a trick. So let's go.
Actually, I don't think you told me that story.
Maybe I didn't. Or maybe you just didn't pay attention like everyone else.
But
It's kind of an important distinction.
Just don't jump, please.
You can prove it? Fine. I'll give you a second chance. Did I tell you about my flatmate? Did I tell you what one of them does for a living?
One of them's a
If you
stripper.
really listened, you will remember this one.
Aha! I know this one. One is a stripper.
She's a stripper.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is. You've listened. I just wish other people did.
I'm sure they do. It can't be that bad.
What do you
ChannelJAL
know?
never forgets a stripper.
Why do you care anyway?
I don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped, and you can't trust anyone.
Look, I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care, my family don't care, even my fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
Valentine's Day. Aha!
On Valentine's
Well, that's kind of
Day.
an obvious one anyway.
Yes. Valentine's
Also, when
Day.
did she get the
You got
blood on
this
her
one right.
scrubs?
But it's not enough.
Hey, got an
Don't feel
achievement.
responsible. You didn't cause me this pain, this suffering. I have to do this to be free again. Jump with me, Susan. Do it while you still can.
No!
Ooh. Well.
After that, I
Okay.
went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you were absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Wait, so no one else...
Susan, I know Liz well.
Okay, he does.
She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's alright.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway. The door is locked?
I plan ahead, Susan.
Oh.
I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong. I feel like I really got to know you.
Oh,
I'm very
yeah,
sorry
this is
I had
him.
Such a difficult
We still got the
life.
glass shard?
I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones. You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long.
Break the
There
nose.
is no coming back from it. For what it's worth,
Oh,
I
right,
would
we
have
don't
let
have
you
items.
go
Fuck.
if it wasn't for Liz.
Oh. I don't think there was anything I could have done differently there. I guess they're just demonstrating your immortality. Examine. Wonder what it does. Pull. What's up, Captain Crow? Okay.
Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course. I will get you out of here. Unless Susan wants to stay. I thought so. There are 2 doors leading out of this place. One of them will simply take Susan back to where she belongs. But behind the other one, there is a great reward for her. It's something she always wanted. Something she longs for every single day.
Where are those doors? I can't see them.
Just walk back to the right side of the stage. Ideally, Susan can't miss them.
Let's see. Use your palm, not your nook. Oh. Yeah, she got stabbed. I like his voice. I do too. He's got strep throat.
Does Susan like my girls? I knew she would.
Susan does not.
Whatever they are, tell them to stop staring.
But they are here to guide Susan. They are the guardians of the doors. They know which door she should enter to get her rewards. But there is one problem.
There's always a problem. I'm not even surprised. Which door should I go through?
I will leave that to Susan's own best judgment. But this might be her only chance to find what she had lost. Waste it. And Susan will never get it back. Susan has one question. And she can only ask one of them. She must use it wisely.
Fine, I can do that.
Oh,
But
it's one of these.
What's the catch?
It's very simple. One of my girls
Oh,
always
this.
tells the truth,
Okay.
while the other one always lies.
And I'm guessing you can't tell me which is which?
It's something I've forgotten myself a long time ago, Susan. But does it really matter? One question is all Susan needs to find the right door.
Well, okay. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it here, but typically the answer I come up with for this riddle is you ask one of them, like for example, I would go to the one on the left and say, point to the door at the right. If it's the truth teller, they'll point to the door on the right. If it's the liar, they'll point to the door at the left. Simple enough. But if you only have one question, that means you can't follow it up with, hey, which door's the right one? You know what I mean? So that adds another layer to it. So the question would be, let's see. Examine. I wish you'd stop staring at me. Poke.
That'll teach you to stop staring, you horrible, ugly doll.
Don't insult them. Ask. So which door should I enter? It's not a lie or truth revealing thing. Which door will lead me to my reward? Or do I get one question each? If I got one question each, I would ask one to point to a door. Then I would ask the other one which door... Yeah. Which door will lead me to my reward? Which door will take me back to my world? Is the door on the left the one I should open? Is the door on the right the one I should enter? Which door would the other doll point me to? Yeah, that could work. Okay, is the other doll a liar? That's a bad question. If I enter the door, if I enter the left door, will I get a reward? So, if it's the bad door, they'll say no. Wait. Okay. Which door would you enter to get the reward? That's pretty much the same as asking... That's pretty much the same as asking which door has the reward. Which door should I not enter? That's just adding a double negative onto it. That's not really... The best you could hope for there is to confuse them a little, and you're still not going to get the correct answer. Even, no matter what answer you got out of there, it's either you confused them and you don't know, or they're lying and you still don't know. So which door would the other doll point me to? Okay, so let's think about the answer for this one. If they say that the other doll would point me to the left door... If they say the other doll will point me to the left door, then I think I get one question each. Which door would the other doll point me to?
Which door would the other doll point me to?
Other doll would point me to the right. Ooh, that's creepy. Okay, so the other... They're saying... Is he out of time, dude? Oh, yeah, just let me find a natural ending point here. The other doll... Okay, so you only do get one question total. That... Ooh. Not used to the only one question angle of that. And also didn't have the answers I'm used to using. So... This one is telling me that it would point to this door. The one on the left is telling me the one on the right would pick this door. So... But I can't get an answer out of the one on the right. Damn it! I should have confirmed that I only had one question total. Is there another thing I can do? No. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go ahead and just pick it. Oh, now that I think about it, that question's vague. Okay, so well, it brought us back here. So we're not screwed, I guess. Is this the same hospital we were in? It might just be... They may have just had to reuse things, but... Alright, so I'll just figure out what exactly we've done here, and then I'll call it an... Can we save at any point? Ah, we can. Oh, use F1, F4 keys to... F1 to F4 to quick save, F5 to F8 to quick load. Oh. Okay. Didn't know that was an option. Select an option using only the up or down arrow. Choose wisely for main menu. Okay. Bam. Type name, press enter. Oh, okay, so, let's call this one... I'm gonna call this one, Wigglin' Willy. I'm gonna call it Wigglin' Willy. Press enter to save. Yeah, Wigglin' Willy. We got it. Game saved successfully. Awesome. Okay, so I guess next week we're going to continue this game because I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot better than I thought this game was gonna be. This is fucking cool. I don't want to stop, but I have to. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, I guess we're gonna end the game here. So I'm just gonna close out of the game so we don't get that annoying sound. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be it for the Cat Lady this week. Next Saturday we will be continuing. I think this would be a good point in the game to end. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a good point. We just got through our first death, which was violent and creepy. Let's see. Show us your desktop. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't want to show you my desktop. I gotta clean it up again. It's not as bad as it was last time. It's just there's a few files on there I can get rid of. Let's see. Yes, glad you love it, man. Hell yeah, man. It's awesome. It's great so far. Like I am loving it. I'm hoping the rest of the game is similar to what we've done here, because so far, or even better. Because so far it's been like it's just been a trip. I like it a lot. Like, this is right up my alley, as far as horror goes. Okay, so since it's the end of the stream, I'm going to go ahead and give another special thanks to my $5 plus reward patrons, Tom from Mad Morpheus Gaming and Ozman12. Thank you guys for your patronage and supporting what I do. Another good way to support the channel is through Streamlabs donations during shows. You can go to this link on your screen now, or on I believe it's the social media panel down below the stream window. You can go there and you just type in, credit or debit card info, whatever, and you can donate any amount you like. And there are different little animations that come up for different amounts that you donate. So yeah, you got that going for you. You got some cool little shit that pops up. Another good way to support the channel is through the Redbubble merch store. You can get the ChannelJAL merch designed by Karen on shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, throw pillows, and more. And the link is on the bottom right of your screen, and it is not down below in the panels because I have yet to edit those. I've been a busy boy. Let's see. Call me if you want to hang out, dude. Hell yeah, man. Let's see, McJerf, I'm loving it. It gets more badass down the line, you'll have fun. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's so good so far. And this week's meme... Oh, I realized I didn't show off the meme of the stream. I didn't show off the meme of the stream at the beginning. I did kind of cheat this week. I've only done this once before, but I am going to have to cheat again. This week's meme of the stream I gave to myself just because I wanted to share it with people that aren't on the Discord. So there was a night where I was messaging David a lot, and there were only like 2 or 3 minutes had passed, and he was playing a game, and I knew he was. And he hadn't responded. So I just went ahead and typed this out. I just typed this out to pass the time until he checked again. Jeff's message alerts echoed through the empty apartment, never gaining the attention of the man he once loved. Perhaps a man that never existed. A man that very well may have been a figment of his imagination, an illusion created by his base, instinctual need of companionship. Perhaps it was Jeff himself editing all those VODs. It would certainly explain the lack of sleep most nights. Had the chat been humoring his passes at an imaginary Canadian? Perhaps so. Had he been wandering around Quebec alone those many months ago, breaking into and sleeping in strangers' homes and forcing the imaginary personas of David, Karen, and Max onto their families? Had Jeff's computer even been plugged in this entire time? No one knows for certain, but perhaps you, the reader, will discover the answers next time on Dragon Ball Z. So I had a little fun. And see, you totally did a fanfic for yourself with this. I was bored, man. I had to do something. Hilarious. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate the compliments. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I like doing stupid shit like that sometimes. Oh, man. And before we go, I know you guys have, or most of you guys have seen this throughout the show, but I just wanted to, I thought it bears mentioning every once in a while. Just for people that might miss it. Because not everyone follows each and every stream and each and every stream VOD, and not everyone's there for all the stream. You know what I mean? So I'll go ahead and show these off. You can also support me by farming bits with the bits option in the Twitch chat. There's a little triangle-looking thing that you can click on. You can either get 5 bits at a time by watching ads, though we're not sure what the restart time on that is when you can do it again. That seems to be a little wonky, but you can do it at least once. And you can donate bits. I pretty much get 1 cent per bit. Or you can buy packs of bits. Like, I think right now there's a discount where you can get 1,000 bits for $10. Something like that. So yeah, there's that. And anytime you do that, you get a little pop-up like this. Yeah. And also at the top of chat, it's not on the it's not on screen obviously, but in the chat itself on Twitch, you can see the top 3 places. I think, can you see? Oh, you can see the rest if you click on the drop down too. It shows the weekly top cheerers. Right now, Pinstripe Paragon is at top with 701 bits, followed by Jess with 505, followed by Tom with 355. Then Andy at 15, then Mark at 5. So that's kind of I don't know, that's kind of a fun little thing. It's kind of a fun little thing they add on there, and it changes your icon in the chat too. It gives you a little like first place ribbon, second place ribbon, third place ribbon kind of thing. And if you're anything below third place, it just gives you like the little triangle, little Illuminati shit there. So that's kind of another neat little thing they got on there. And another thing you can do is buy a subscription to my Twitch channel. They have different amounts that you can buy it for. Like there's $5, there's like $25 or something. I think like the amount I get is different depending on depending on how much you pay for each month. Or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to me for free. I still get the money from it, and you don't pay an extra dime at all. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of nice that Amazon did that for Twitch users after they bought out Twitch, which that's pretty awesome. That's a good little detail. And anytime someone subscribes, you get this little thing.
I love you.
I love that shit. And anytime someone hosts my channel, which pretty much just shows my stream on their channel so their viewers can see and bring in new people, you get this.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
And then finally, if I get rated, which happened tonight actually, thanks again to Malaria for that, you get this. Hey. Just love how mildly distraught he is. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to try to add more and more of these as time goes on. Just, to keep it fresh, keep it fun for you guys, and for myself, honestly. So yeah, I'll try to add on to that. Like Psycho was suggesting earlier that we have, like, more bits, more little animations for bits, like, just, like a Chibi Jeff, like, holding on to a little bit, one of the Twitch bits. That could be fun. We could set up new amounts for that. And, I'll definitely look into that. I'll definitely look into that going forward. So, yeah, with that does it for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a good night. All right, have a good one, y'all. Let me go ahead and hit the outro here, and then I'll click on... Oh, God, where'd it go? Here it is. Good night, everybody.